Installing an Adventure King's battery monitor is easy. There's only 4 wires to connect and you can instantly see your battery voltage, charging or discharging current, and your battery capacity percentage. Plus, it means you can protect your system from low or high voltage and overcurrent situations. Now, there are plenty of ways to install this depending on your setup, but the basics remain the same regardless of that setup. So just as a demonstration, I've got a starter battery here, a DC-DC charger, which is charging an auxiliary battery. That's connected to a 12-volt control box, which means you can run your 12-volt accessories. Safety first, I've just disconnected the positive off our auxiliary battery from both the DC-DC charger and this 12-volt control box. Now your first step is to connect this yellow cable to the output of your DC-DC charger. In this case, that's this brown wire. Now you could connect this to your dual battery system or even a solar regulator, but by using a DC-DC charger, it combines both your alternator charging and your solar charging, and it gives you one output, which makes it much easier. Now for this demo, I'm using a binding post to connect these 2 wires just to make it really quick and easy, but you could extend these or join them if you needed to for your setup. Step 2 is to connect this green cable to your 12-volt loads. Now that's going to be your fridge, any 12-volt accessories, your USB chargers or accessory panels. Anything positive that needs power needs to go through this one cable. Because I'm using a 12-volt control box, it means that I can connect that green cable directly to one of the internal binding posts that's already wired to all of the positive leads on the box. That means all my accessories are running through that one cable, which means connecting it up is so much easier. Now this would generally be connected to your auxiliary battery already, so I've taken that off as well. Step 3 is to ensure that all the negative cables from all your loads and accessories are connected back to the negative terminal of your auxiliary battery. Using the 12-volt control box again makes this super simple because I can just connect the auxiliary battery to this binding post and everything is earthed. Then step 4 is to connect the thin black cable from the battery monitor onto the auxiliary battery negative terminal. In this case, I'm using the bus bar in the 12-volt control box. Step 5 is to connect this red cable onto the positive terminal of your auxiliary battery. Now it might reach directly onto the battery, or you could extend the cable, or you could do what I'm doing and use this spare binding post in the 12-volt control box to join it up. And the red cable needs to be connected to the battery positive, which again we've connected with a binding post. So the yellow cable is coming from our DC-DC charger. Then we've got the green cable that's going to the 12-volt positive loads. Remember, we've done that inside the control box, so it's all connected to this one lead. Next, we've earthed everything from the control box back to the battery. Then we've earthed the small black wire from the battery monitor. Finally, we've connected power through into the control box and then back to the battery as well. Then all that's left to do is ensure that you securely mount the unit. For a quick demonstration on how your battery monitor would work with a battery box, firstly, the yellow cable will still connect to the output of your DC-DC charger. Your green cable that needs to power all the loads needs to be connected or extended to join up to this lead. That means it's powering the battery box. The thin black cable needs to be connected to the battery negative, so we've extended it with a binding post. And the red cable needs to be connected to the battery positive, which again we've connected with a binding post. Depending on your system, you could use a totally different setup. And that's how easy it is to install and wire up your Adventure King's battery monitor. Now, at a glance, you can check your battery voltage, your charging and discharging current, and your remaining battery capacity. Plus, you know your battery will be disconnected and protected from low or high voltage and overcurrent situations. You can't beat that.